Warrandyte Scout Hall still awaiting an upgrade. By Gillian Garvey and Chewy Chris Padham, Group Leaders, Warrandyte Scout Group. 14 members of Warrandyte Scout Group attended the September Manningham Council meeting to ask Council what was happening with the hall upgrade project that began in 2014. 3 young scouts, Ellie, Amelie and Rupert, addressed the Council during public question time to outline their concerns. Warrandyte and surrounds have a long connection with scouting, with Scouts first camping along the Birrarung in Wonga Park in 1925, and more than 10,000 Scouts representing at least 20 countries participating in the Pan-Pacific, now known as the World, Jamborees, held at Clifford Park in Wonga Park in 1948 and 1955. The Warrandyte Scouts were first established in 1940 out of the Coonong School in North Warrandyte and has been an integral part of the Warrandyte community, helping to shape the development of our youth for over 85 years. It is an intergenerational community group, with many of its current members being second or even third generation Warrandyte or Manningham District Scout members. Warrandyte Scout Group provides a non-competitive, inclusive, youth-led scouting program for youth aged 5 to 25 years across 5 sections: Joeys, Cubs, Scouts, Venturers and Rovers. Scouts learn valuable lifelong skills, including independence, community service, leadership, physical and emotional development, and social skills. The current Scout Hall at Stigant Reserve, Yarra Street, was self-funded and built by the Scouts, their families, and the local community in the late 1950s. With great fanfare, the hall was formally opened on October 12, 1957, by Air Marshal Sir Richard Williams, KBE, CB, DSO, widely regarded as the father of the Royal Australian Air Force. Fast forward to today, however, the Scout Hall is in serious need of an upgrade. This is not surprising given that it is almost 70 years old and remains largely in its original form. In April 2014, Manningham Council entered into an agreement with the then Warrandyte Scout Group leader, Gary Foster, as part of the Capital Works funding program to upgrade the hall at an estimated cost of $170,000. Since then, despite Council commissioning architectural drawings at a cost believed to be in excess of $100,000 for renovations to the current hall, and these renovations being forecast in several consecutive council budgets at $350,000 in the 2021-2, 2022-3 and 2024-5 budgets, the only upgrades have been minor: new heaters and LED lights. Manningham Council has now removed the $350,000 allocated for the hall renovations from their 2025-6 budget and advised the group that, due to environmental overlays, our hall can no longer be upgraded or renovated. It is worth noting that there have been no changes to the planning overlays since 2018. And it was after this that plans for the hall upgrade were drawn up by architects and approved by both Manningham Council and Scouts Victoria. It is unclear why Council has decided it is no longer possible to renovate or upgrade the current hall as previously promised. Warrandyte Scout Group, like all other Scout groups, requires a fit-for-purpose dedicated Scout Hall that is set up according to need. Recognising the developmental needs of adolescents, Scout groups decorate their halls with permanent displays of important Scouting symbols and awards, with each Scouting section having its own corner. Scout halls also have a separate Venturer den for their older teenage section, as well as internal and external storage for equipment associated with bushcraft, camping, and other adventurous activities. Importantly, the hall floor, similar to the court outlines in sports stadiums, requires permanent markings, including a compass, as well as designs for opening and closing ceremonies. Location is also imperative to Warrandyte Scout Group's success. Known as the Warrandyte River Scouts, part of the success of the group, being one of the largest scouting groups in Manningham District, is its location and access to the Warrandyte State Park, including Forth Hill and Pound Bend, and of course the Birrarung. The current location in Stigant Reserve means members also have easy access to the hall during the monthly Warrandyte market, which allows them to run their main fundraising activity, the Warrandyte Scout Group Barbecue. Despite conversations with Manningham Council about hall upgrades that started in 2014, Warrandyte Scouts is now waiting on the recommendations from the Manningham Council Warrandyte Community Facility Review, which is due in the next couple of months. The concern is that the Council is no longer supporting the group's requirements and needs and will instead recommend that the Warrandyte Scout Group relocate to a shared community hall. This would cause detrimental harm, as they could no longer offer the Scouts Victoria program they currently run, and it may see the death of scouting in Warrandyte. There is also concern as to what will happen to the 70-year-old hall if it is allowed to continue to deteriorate. At the September Council meeting, Ellie, aged 10, Amelie, 12, and Rupert, 12, asked 2 questions during public question time.
Council identified the urgent need for undertaking the renovations and upgrade to the Warrandyte Scout Hall in 2014, and architectural plans have been developed and approved at a cost of in excess of $100,000 to the Council. What is the current status of this project?
Manningham has a great track record in investing in scouting, i.e. other district halls, but has not invested in the Warrandyte Scout Group for many decades. While we've observed several expensive upgrades to Warrandyte sporting clubs in recent years, can Manningham Council commit to providing Warrandyte Scout Group with a designated, suitable Scout Hall that is fit for the purpose of running our Scouts Victoria program?
Lee Robson, Director Connected Communities, thanked the Warrandyte Scouts and told the meeting,
Officers from Council's Community Participation Team have recently met with Warrandyte Scouts to discuss a range of options for the future of scouting in Warrandyte. Council is aware of the needs of the Warrandyte Scout Group. The existing site has a range of constraints and planning controls that limit the ability to upgrade it successfully or to expand the current hall. So Council is starting to look at other options to meet the needs for Warrandyte Scouts and the wider community. Alternate solutions are currently being explored as part of a broader review into community facilities in Warrandyte to ensure a fit-for-purpose facility can be provided in a timely way. Council officers will continue to meet and work with representatives of the Warrandyte Scout Group and remain committed to finding a workable solution.
Warrandyte Scout Group said this is just another variation on what they have been told for the last 11 years, while the hall slowly deteriorates around them. While Warrandyte Scouts wait on the outcome of this review, they will continue to provide Warrandyte youth with a unique program that helps them connect to nature and builds leadership and confidence. The Scouts have been an important part of Warrandyte for more than 70 years, and the group hopes that with Manningham Council's support, they will remain a Warrandyte institution into the future. This article was read by Rebecca Rose,
Adrian Rice,
Hazel Rice,
Sandy Miller.